Yeah, there is not another Modric in the side, so it has been for a long while an unbalanced squad. Still, it's one that has produced lots of fruits this season.
Yeah, 40 games unbeaten for one across the season. So this is how Real Madrid line up. They're going for a 4-4-3-3, which indeed it is, with Kovacic, Kroos and Casemiro in the midfield. 3 changes from the draw in the Copa del Rey in midweek. Ultimately, Real Madrid going out to Celta Vigo. So in come Keylor Navas, 100th match in Spain's top division. Rafael Varane, Lucas Vázquez in for Kiko Casilla, Isco, who is injured, and Marco Asensio. Where's the weakness, if there is one, in that starting 11, Paco?
Real Madrid started 11. Probably the back of Danilo, and maybe the lack of timing on the ball in the middle, because probably they are going to miss Modric, and depend on the pressure that Real Madrid or Real Sociedad puts in the middle of the park. I think there will be a struggle to win the game.
Real Sociedad also hoping for a response. Remember, they were beaten 5-2 in midweek in the Copa del Rey to go out 6-2 on aggregate against Barcelona. 4 changes made by El Sevilla. So in come José Basaldúa, Kevin Rodriguez, the 22-year-old, making his debut for the club. Sergio Canales and Juanmi out go Alex Elizondo, Yuri, who is suspended, Xavi Prieto and Carlos Vela, both of those are on the bench, and a number of acquaintances being renewed here. Sergio Canales, Asier Yaramendi, Willian José, they've all been at the Estadio Bernabéu, they've all been with Real Madrid at one time or another. Quick prediction from you both, if I may. Paco, what's the full-time score going to be?
I think 2-1 for Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid will win this game.
What about you?
Struggle, but Real Madrid should win today.
OK, we'll see if they can take advantage of something that's been sort of put on a plate for them with the other sides around them dropping points. So let's get into it. The first half about to get underway. Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer, good evening.
Very good evening to you. Well, earlier today, Barcelona proved that they couldn't do it on a sunny day in Seville. Sevilla struggled on a cold day in Barcelona. Can Real Madrid do it on a rainy evening in the capital? Win tonight, Real Madrid go on to 46 points. They would have a 4-point gap at the top of the table. In town, Real Sociedad, a club they have a very good record against. These two clubs first met back in the 1920s as founder members of La Liga. And in recent times, Real Madrid have won the last 7 home games against Real Sociedad. But the club from the Basque country are having heady days. In fact, if they win or draw tonight, they move into 4th place. They've already beaten Atletico Madrid this season. They come here, Terry Gibson, with nothing to lose at all.
Yep, and it's going to be interesting, Rob, to see how much belief they have, and that should be enhanced by the fact that so many senior players for Real Madrid are missing through injury. As you said, it's not a place they often win here against Real Madrid, and Real Madrid certainly boosted by the earlier results today. Can they capitalise?
Well, Real Madrid know they're going to get a difficult game from a revitalised Real Sociedad team under Eusebio Sacristan. They've won their last 2 games. They haven't conceded their last 2 either, and they are very much the surprise package in Spanish football this season. Eusebio has mixed things up again tonight. Zaldúa comes in at right back, his first league start since September. So he's only started once in September. The debut at left back for Kevin Rodriguez. Talk about being thrown in at the deep end. There's Sergio Ramos, who has been a one-man headline maker in recent weeks. When you look at the starting 11 of Real Madrid, you see no weaknesses, but they are missing a number of key players at the moment. Gareth Bale's been out since November. James apparently has a calf injury. Pepe, Carvajal, Marcelo, Modric, all unavailable tonight. Leading the line is Karim Benzema. Benzema looking for Ronaldo. Retrieved by Lucas Vázquez. Now Nacho. Vázquez with an excellent cross headed away by Raul Navas. Ramos casually across and gives an early touch of the ball to his goalkeeper, Keylor Navas.
Nearly scared there for Real Sociedad, but the amount of space that Benzema was allowed on the right side of the attack. Probably made the wrong decision, delayed his cross, which possibly could have been earlier to Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ilya up against his former club. Spent a couple of years at Real Madrid. 90 appearances in the team. They, I suppose, upgraded to Toni Kroos when Ilya went. Maybe which is why, one of the reasons he'll leave his mark on him tonight. Thorotuda wins the ball, waits for San Jose to check himself back on side. Intelligent play by the senior midfield man for Real Sociedad. Casemiro to Benzema. Toni Kroos. Cristiano Ronaldo. What mood is he going to be in tonight? But he's met by a firm tackle by Zaldua. Raul Navas. Teasing little pass. Ramos has to be exacting. He isn't. Ayathabal steals in. Brilliant run by Ayathabal. But Varane, luckily for Real Madrid, had read the situation. There's Canales. He's allowed to put the cross in there. Little flick from Thorotuda. Skied by Vasquez. Danilo gets ahead on the ball. Thorotuda is dictating the way the game is played at the moment. Kevin Rodriguez to Landy. Kevin Rodriguez has a footballing acre of space to put that cross in. Varane again to the rescue for Real Madrid. Ayathabal, nice little flick. Zaldua across. Real Madrid stretched in the 5th minute of the game, and you can hear the reaction from the locals. The natives are restless, as David Garrido was saying.
Well, we know that Real Sociedad are an emerging team. They're an improving team under Eusebio. This is exactly the sort of start they need, where they can build a little bit of confidence. And that was a real, again, a scare for Real Madrid. Ramos getting outpaced by Oyarzábal. Just couldn't finish off the attack, but promising for the away team.
There's Oyarzábal. Plays well beyond the years on his birth certificate. Still a teenager. Doesn't turn 20 until April. But he's a fixture in this Real Sociedad team. Clumsy challenge from Inigo Martinez. An early yellow card for a sharp challenge on Ronaldo.
His arm certainly across the back of the head of Ronaldo. You can see the earlier attack. Oyarzábal has the pace, strength, the body strength to hold off the challenger Ramos. He's a little bit slow in getting in support. Juanmi and Sergio Canales. His options were limited. He was prodding it back in hope one of them could make up the ground. That's exactly what Eusebio, that's the point he's making. He needed to get there quicker.
And it's an evening when a manager's Mac is a necessity rather than a fashion item. Raining heavily in Madrid. Here's Nacho. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's drawn. Now that's the centre-back. Mendy drops in. Tidies things up. Zaldua. Toni Kroos. Well, he was the footballing king of Spain a couple of weeks ago, and his team were setting records. Zidane had overseen a run of 40 games without defeat, a club record. 28 of them in La Liga. Now, apparently, and I don't think this is lost in translation, he's facing a crisis, as they've had only one win in 5 games. Football fans, fickle?
Thankfully, he has experienced plenty of it with this football club. So it won't shock and surprise him. You'd imagine he's not too fussed about the nature of the performance tonight either. It's all about the result.
Here is Kovacic, very sharply off his line as Jeronimo Rui.
Kovacic drives looks at the defence. He gets slightly fortunate. Benzema is offside. 100% short. Who the ball eventually does come off. Really out to snap up the loose ball.
It's a great point you made about it's the result rather than the performance, but a year ago, or just over a year ago, the last game of Rafa Benitez was a 3-1 win against Real Sociedad. He went out with a success, but they didn't like the way his team performed.
Yeah, I think that it's just the nature of this result of Sevilla, Barcelona dropping points, and the run of form that Real Madrid is showing. Going out in the Copa del Rey midweek is just critical that they get all 3 points tonight. Get their belief back, get their confidence back. Injured players will soon be back as well. There's no doubt they're going to have some sort of performance to beat this Real Sociedad team.
Well, their form has been largely excellent. They've won 4 of the last 5 games, so there's one major blip when they played at home against Sevilla, and they were hammered by 4 goals to 0. The other surprise was when they went to La Coruña and Depor hit 5 past them. When they collapsed big style, but generally they're tough opposition. Stopped by Casemiro. Kovacic. Nacho, a little loose with the pass. Keylor Navas. Rodriguez takes a bit of a gamble then, has vacated his right defensive position. He's still chasing the ball as well.
Good teamwork there from Real Sociedad. It's Wambi who drops back in. Wambi and Willian Jose have a big responsibility tonight. Sabio wants to play 3 up front. It's important they retain possession. Nacho venturing forward from the left back position. There, the touch just gets away with him. I'm sure Zidane will be pleased with the attempt, the intention of the fullback.
Kovacic, Uruguay, Inigo Martinez, Orotuza, such a good fortune. Jerónimo Rui clears the ball. Here's Nacho. Ramos. Safety first. A slippery evening. Toni Kroos. Danilo. He's had a touch of bad fortune recently. Danilo, the Brazilian fullback, 2 own goals in 3 games. He's desperately trying to justify his position in the club. Casemiro's legs gave way. A referee saw nothing wrong with that. Toni Kroos lofts it over the top. Inigo Martinez heads it down. Danilo. I suppose there are 2 ways of looking at Real Madrid's approach. Either it's controlled or it's laboured. Which way do you swing?
Well, I'm looking at the balance of the lineup, and we've seen Ronaldo playing essentially as a centre forward alongside Benzema. Lucas Vázquez giving the team width on the right-hand side. Really, it's up to Nacho, the left back, to provide some sort of width. The attack.
Lucas Vázquez, he gets round the youngster. Puts it across. Oh, and it was an excellent clearance, and it's Raul Navas that got there. After Lucas Vázquez had given the debutant Kevin Rodriguez a run around.
Excellent play from Lucas Vázquez. Similar to Oyarzabal. Gets past the defender, gets to the byline, gets his head up, looking for a teammate in an advantageous position. Ronaldo hovering towards the far post, Benzema attacking the near post. Determined play, skillful play from Lucas Vázquez, and Rodriguez just about lets go of his shirt in time, doesn't he? Before it's brought to the referee's attention. A good clearance from Raul Neves.
An almost identical opportunity to Real Sociedad at the other end of the field in the opening minutes of the game. Danilo to Vasquez. This is Wanmi. Zaldur with some freedom on the right-hand side. Yathabal. Navas has to be quick. Good, decisive goalkeeping from the Costa Rican.
That's a problem for Real Madrid because Nacho is isolated on the left side of the Real Madrid team. He's getting no support, no help from anyone advanced of him. It's an area where Real Sociedad could really attack. We've already seen the pace and danger of Yathabal. It's up to one of the midfield players, the midfield trio, to get out to the left to try and give Nacho some sort of cover.
Casemiro caught in possession again. Willian Jose. Solituza. Mendy. Yathabal. They have a spare man on the right-hand side. All cut in. Casemiro makes up for his mistake, which led to that Real Sociedad attack. Vasquez. It's a dreadful pass. Zidane doesn't gesture during the games generally, is down there waving his arms around like a policeman in the Madrid rush hour. Oh, look at this. From Inigo Martinez. Eventually he was met by Sergio Ramos, and quite rightly Inigo Martinez asked why Ramos is not booked, as he was booked for his first offence earlier in the game.
That's what Inigo Martinez is appealing for, isn't it? Casemiro there just does enough to get his arm out of the way, doesn't he? There's a point though, Inigo Martinez, isn't he? His first challenge was punished with the yellow card. That was more of a cynical challenge from Sergio Ramos.
Three players standing over the ball. Two of them former Real Madrid men in Willian Jose and Ilana Mendy. That's the goalkeeper's view, and he's opted not to build a wall despite the referee drawing the line in the grass. Here's Willian Jose, and he attests the alertness of the keeper, wisely patted it on its way.
It shouldn't surprise Keylor Navas because Willian Jose is probably the biggest threat in the air for Real Sociedad. So the fact that he was hovering over the ball was he was always going to take the shot on. If it was going to be a cross into the box, he would have been in the 18-yard area attacking the cross.
Canales with the corner. Kovacic trying to drive out of defence. He fouls Ayathabal. It's an uncomfortable start for Real Madrid.
See, Willian Jose is firmly in the 18-yard box now. Raul Navas could be a threat. Trying to hold a high line, the Real Madrid defence.
The one they'll want to stop is Willian Jose. He has scored the most headers of any striker in La Liga this season, and there was freedom there. It was Willian Jose that actually swept away from his marker. They left Benzema looking after him. How do Real Madrid respond? The passing has been inaccurate and sloppy. Not like that man in his day. If you just joined us, it is a major opportunity for Real Madrid to put some daylight between themselves and the challenging teams Barcelona managed a last-ditch draw against Real Betis earlier today. Sevilla were surprisingly beaten by Espanyol in the afternoon game, so Real are top of the table. Barca and Sevilla on 42 points behind, the 1 point difference at kick-off time. Florentino Perez is apparently not going to be getting drawn into any dramatic deadline signings. They've brought a player through from the B team to make up the numbers today. It's a neat little ball to Canales, to Oyarzabal, two very similar style lightweight players. There's Benzema. Kovacic as well to get back onto his feet. Excellent officiating. Not a bad ball from Kovacic either. Cristiano Ronaldo battling to get to the ball. Ronaldo looking for the right option. Navas was taking care of Benzema. Vasquez to Benzema, and cool defending by Zaldun.
Real Madrid can construct any attack as if they're going to be a danger to Real Sociedad. It's a quick counter-attack. Worked really hard to get the ball free. It's cut loose. That's exactly what they did.
And Cristiano Ronaldo has an excellent record against Real Sociedad. He's got 11 goals in his last 7 games against them. Canales. Well, they've had 69 visits to Madrid, Real Sociedad, and only ever won on 3 occasions. Last time was May 2004. Prieto scored a couple of goals, and he's on the bench tonight. The win before that was in the days of John Aldridge in the colours of Real Sociedad. Inigo Martinez. Oyarzabal. Yamende. So the two of them. Kevin Rodriguez has waited a couple of seasons to get his chance in the first team. He's been in and around the squad, but finally gets his call up in the big one. 20 minutes have passed. It's been an entertaining 0-0 so far. Crosses on to the ball. Now Benzema, Casemiro. Benzema makes his run, and then Inigo Martinez is across and clears for touch.
The problems are self-inflicted from Real Sociedad. At times they appear to be a little bit too lightweight on the ball. 2-2 was knocked off out of possession easily there. That's the point I was making earlier about Juanmi and Willian Jose. It's so important they hold on to the ball, allow their teammates to get up into support, especially when they've got easy possession. They carelessly give it away. Real Madrid are at the back four really quickly then.
Casemiro. It's a great ball to Vasquez. Nice touch from Vasquez as well. But not showing any respect to the young fullback. And he's the kind of player that Zidane is depending upon, a squad player who's happy to come in and out of the team when required. That's been somewhat of a lucky charm for Real Madrid. He hasn't lost in his last 25 Liga games for them.
Due to the injuries that they've had this season, he's become a really important member of the squad. You know exactly what you're going to get with Lucas Vasquez.
Here's Canales. And, easy view for Navas. Canales looking tired. He's been used sparingly this season. He's had horrific injury problems over the years. Got injured against Real Madrid last December, was out for 8 months. It's been a slow comeback. Tonight he starts his 3rd league game of the season on his old stomping ground. Nacho. cross. Casemiro. Benzema. Clever feet, but even better defending by Raul Navas. Wanmi. Mendy. Uses the ball so well, there's a lack of concentration there from Zaldua. Cameras trading on Benzema. He was the focus of discussion in the Zidane press conference before the game. There are some strands of the media that believe that maybe he's had too much of a run in the team, and it's an opportunity now for Alvaro Morata, who was the big summer signing. Zidane was sticking by Benzema, and also sticking up for Danilo, the Brazilian fullback, who has never quite justified his €30 million price tag.
Certainly unfortunate, wasn't he, Danilo, with the own goal in the week. First one in the first leg, it's pretty much his fault. The second one, he had no chance of getting out of the way of it was a goal attempt from Guidetti. Lucas Vazquez again showing that tenacity, that desire, that determination. One of those that will regularly top the charts in terms of kilometres covered for Real Madrid players. That's quality as well. So does this player, Toni Kroos. Real Sociedad better beware of the quality on this set piece, and of him, of course.
Is it the Toni Kroos-Ramos relationship again? It's worked in the last few weeks. He hurls it in, and Ramos gets on the end of it. Toni Kroos delivers. It's a little flick from Casemiro. It's always a stretch for Vazquez.
He's aiming for Casemiro at the approach for the flick on. Certainly wasn't enough height in it for Ramos to attack.
Mendy to Zaldua. Yathaba. Cute with the ball for Yathaba, linking up well with this man Canales. Tackled by Casemiro. It's his stock in trade. Willian Jose. Inigo Martinez. Kevin Rodriguez. Wanmi. Miscontrol from the former Southampton forward. From the body language of the two coaches that the game isn't quite going according to the grand plan they set out. Maybe nearer to the expectations of Eusebio Sacristan as a manager. Real Madrid are the only team he's played against that he's never acquired a point against.
I'll be pleased with his team's start to the game, almost a third of the way through. As I said, carelessly given away possession on a number of occasions.
Well, they crank up the volume inside the Bernabeu. Zidane was asking the fans to become the 12th man and saying it is important, the atmosphere that is emitted from the stands down to the players. This telling time of the season. They lost their first game in front of the supporters here in the Copa del Rey, of course, a couple of weeks ago against Celta. They've gone 23 games without a defeat on on the home turf. Excellent drive out of defence by Kovacic. Now Ronaldo. Benzema. That was a good tackle by Kevin Rodriguez. He caught the French international by surprise. Kevin Rodriguez. Willian Jose. Ilamendi. Zaldua.
I certainly think the closing down of Real Madrid could improve, starting at the front. It's so easy for the fullbacks to push forward. We've seen Diego Martinez drying out the back as well in possession. It's tough going for the midfield trio. Casemiro, Kovacic in particular is having a good game and tearing around the pitch, closing people down.
Well, they always stand a chance of scoring against Real Madrid, the way Zidane's team plays. They've only had one clean sheet in their last 6 La Liga games. Vasquez. Ilamendi. Willian Jose. Referee acknowledged there may have been a foul in the build-up, but first to keep the ball rolling. Zaldua. Wasted pass.
It was poor play from Canales. He kind of hid behind the Real Madrid player rather than making the angle. Loads of space. It should have been a straightforward pass into his feet.
Toni Kroos. Casemiro. Ramos. Kovacic. It's a lazy, loose pass by Cristiano Ronaldo, who just hasn't got into the rhythm of the game. A pass out of place, even if his hair isn't.
Well, I think he's having an argument, ongoing argument with the supporters who are jeering him every time he does make a mistake. It's quite incredible, really, that the Real Madrid supporters could even consider getting on his back. That is the case at the moment.
Well, they say it's been a quieter season for him. His scoring stats are 19 goals in 24 appearances in all competitions. 12 goals in 14 appearances in La Liga. The time is maybe catching up with Cristiano Ronaldo. He actually turns 32 next month.
Madrid need more of that from Benzema, closing down when they're out of possession of the ball. Needs to start from the front. They have to help out the midfield players.
Benzema. Kroos. Casemiro. Ronaldo dropping deeper to Danilo.
I certainly think it would suit Real Sociedad more as well if Willian Jose stayed higher up the pitch. At times he's dropping really deep, getting involved with the midfield play. He's an outlet, strong player, got good pace as well.
Kovacic left his mark there on Ilamendi. I believe that's been a running battle between the two for quite some time.
See Canales' earlier attempt. He gets a little deflection on the way through to Keylor Navas.
It's the new toy, Terry, that the Spanish director's got. It's the first time ever that the 360-degree camera has been used at the Bernabeu. And I think he intends to use it. Vasquez to Ronaldo. Oh, there is an expectation when he gets the ball in that kind of situation that he hits the target.
certainly was the right thing to do, wasn't it? Get out his feet and strike it from distance, even with his left foot.
Casemiro, Toni Kroos, bends him up, full steam ahead. He's been the story of the night. Every time they get into a position, the final pass is a disappointing one. Oyarzábal, the ever available Iomendy. He started the game on 1,060 passes this season. He's up there in the top 4 pass masters in La Liga. There is again, give an angle to the keeper, making things safe.
I think he's a terrific player, Robin. He certainly gave good service to Real Madrid. He never really became the first choice player, did he? At a time when they didn't play an out-and-out holding midfield player.
Well, he was shoehorned into a Real Madrid team. Here they play around his strengths at Real Sociedad. Kovacic. Danilo. Varane. To Ramos. Just a reminder that Real Madrid have scored in every game they've played in so far this season. In fact, they're only 5 goals off reaching 100, so early in the term. Very easily under a challenge from the much more lightweight Wanmi.
Did accuse Real Sociedad players have been a little bit lightweight in the challenge. Wanmi there just uses a little bit too much force on Danilo. According to the referee.
Toni Kroos. Ronaldo. Oyarzábal forced Ramos to come a long way from his station.
That's the problem for Real Madrid. If Nacho pushes forward, Ramos gets dragged out from the centre of defence, he will be up against the quicker Oyarzábal.
Established now as the Real Madrid central defender. Pepe hasn't been seen for 8 games. I'm sure that when Zidane does go on a recruitment drive, a centre half will be a position he's looking at. Iomendy stands over the ball, just allowing Inigo Martinez and Raul Navas to lend some weight and support to San Jose. And trying to split the Real Madrid defence, 2 one way, 2 the other way. Hit towards Inigo Martinez, and that was a good mopping up job by Casemiro. There may have been an offside, but Casemiro wasn't to know that.
Certainly a clever set piece, wasn't it, to isolate Inigo Martinez against Casemiro. Goes a shade too early. Casemiro does do well to get back in any case.
There's Zuratuza. Oyarzábal. Long way round Ramos and Toni Kroos. Behind you is the cry. Kroos doesn't hear it. Ramos dives in.
No foul there. Ramos clearly gets the first contact with the ball.
Ronaldo's flick bends him up. Ronaldo, brilliant ball by Ronaldo. Kovacic finds the gap, finds the goal. It's been a long time coming for Real Madrid, but Ronaldo inspires Real Madrid's first.
For me, Kovacic has been Real Madrid's best player. He's been all over the pitch, closing down well, really aggressive in the tackle. He's shown real quality at times. But this is a great opportunity that he really makes the most of. It's good work to get in that position, to drive forward off the ball, to make himself available for the through ball from Ronaldo. He has to calm himself down, compose himself, and place it under the goalkeeper, Geronimo Rulli. It's an accomplished finish from the midfield player. It gives Real Madrid a crucial lead.
Well, he's earned his recall. Kovacic, his previous La Liga start was against Barcelona well over a month ago. He's been watching from the sidelines, gets the call, gets the goal. I think I'm right in saying that's his first La Liga goal for Real Madrid, certainly his first of the season. Card for Tony Kroos for the lunge on Kevin Rodriguez, and that is going to cost him his place in Vigo against Celta next week.
That will be a loss for Real Madrid. That will be a difficult fixture. Not sure about the situation with Modric when he's due back from his injury. It's another midfield player, Mateo Kovacic, who's given Real Madrid the lead.
Real Sociedad to dust themselves down. Canales with a weak free kick. Varane bends him on. Back by Zuratuza. Determined run. And Casemiro wins approval of the referee for tackling like that. Vasquez. It was Amanda who'd stayed back in defence as the others ventured forwards. Canales. Lamende. Zuratuza. There's Rodriguez. Zuratuza. Perfectly to the feet of Zinedine Zidane.
Exactly. His touch just about gets away from him as well, Zidane.
Just the referee's decision was spot on. It was an excellent tackle. Look at that for a pass from Ronaldo.
It's all about the finish, Robin. It's about how he gets himself into that position. A bursting run from midfield to make the extra attack up, and then calms down and composes himself to finish off the chance.
There's Kovacic, playing with great confidence. Only 22 years of age. To Nacho. Nacho looking for the gap. Back to Kovacic. There's Navas who got his body in the way. Willian Jose. Wambi. Sprinting down this side is Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal's early cross and a circus-like punch by Navas. If you look on the internet, you'll see his training routine. He practices that as he leaps through a pile of flames. Ramos says they will exaggerate a little bit, but you have to see his training routine. It is like seeing something from Cirque du Soleil. Martinez. And Kevin Rodriguez wisely laying it back to keeper Geronimo Rui. Oyarzábal. Rodriguez. It's a lazy ball by Oyarzábal. Danilo takes those long strides to Vasquez. It's a 2-on-1 situation in the centre. It's not just any two, it's Ronaldo and Benzema up against Navas, but Ronaldo can't lay back into the path of Benzema.
Appears to be the difference between the two teams, doesn't it? The quality in attack. Real Sociedad have had plenty of possession in the attacking half of the pitch. They've only been able to trouble Keylor Navas from distance, one or two crosses into the box. Certainly an area of improvement for Eusebio in the second half from his team. Of course, Ronaldo, Benzema, Lucas Vazquez, you'd always expect quality. Obviously, Willian Jose there getting caught offside. Kovacic, another attempt on goal, well blocked by Raul Navas. See the touch from Ronaldo, his intention to drag it back across goal to Benzema.
Ronaldo. Drives on. There's a different kind of left back to Marcelo, who's expected to be out for a month. Marcelo goes on those adventurous runs forwards. Nacho is a much better defender. Kovacic to the ground then, looking for something the referee didn't see. Kevin Rodriguez. Now Canales. Little slip by Denales in Wanmi. Swift move this from Real Sociedad. Back to Wanmi. Well, an excellent move that sadly for Real Sociedad had no end product.
That was better, wasn't it? Taking real care of the ball in the attacking third of the pitch. Skillful play, link-up play as well between these two players, Canales and Wanmi. Lovely little back heel. Just gets caught between his feet. Snatches at the finish and just drags it wide of the goal at the far post.
Well, the most relieved man, I think, in Spain at the moment is Danilo. That came to nothing. He has had such misfortune since joining Real Madrid. I remember seeing him play at Porto, and he was an eye-catching defender. But at Real Madrid, cannot remember one game where he has justified his position.
I think he's been eye-catching.
I knew you'd say that. But saying that, sometimes it's the man in the club, isn't it? You look at Wanmi, who's playing for Real Sociedad, who really didn't register in the minds of the Southampton supporters in his year in the Premier League. He's been a star of Real Sociedad. A lot of hustle and bustle from Real Sociedad. They've given Real Madrid a couple of scares, but in the end it was a moment of class from Cristiano Ronaldo. He set Kovacic away. It was a fine finish as well from him, which is the difference between the teams. That was the eye of the needle pass. You couldn't see from the 360-degree camera what he had to get it through, and what Kovacic had to do, which was finish. Vital goal in the game, could be a vital goal in the season, and you can see what it means to those Real Madrid players at half-time. They're leading Real Sociedad by 1-0.